gentlemen, boys and girls, children not allowed. Dave here, JDH Reptiles. Before we get started, K and C Painted Balls. Huge shout out to them. Alright, changes have happened. I'm going to grab the camera, we're going to do a spin around. So it's going to be a little janky here. But I want to show you what I accomplished so far this weekend. Holiday weekend, so I've been busy. Things I've wanted to do. As you know, we did that arboreal cage build. So that'll be posted before this. At least it should be. If not, surprise, you got a build video coming. But anyways, got the Amazon tree boas moved out of the snake room. It's something I wanted to do for quite a while. They don't have to be in here, plus they were taking up real estate that really need to go to more rack space. I've had 2 levels of the ARS 5540 that have been sent outside the snake room just waiting to get in here. I've got I have more animals that need to be moved into those tubs, which will make up some space needed so I can get rid of a rack. Because I have a hatching rack that I've now sold, needs to go away, and make room for more future animals and future racks. So again, I'm going to grab the camera, we're going to do kind of a little twist and turn here, and I'm going to show you what I've accomplished so far this weekend. Alright guys, as we walk into the snake room, so herp stats, as you can see, I got herp stats all over. Herp stats. Okay, so first things first, that herp stat for the heater was sitting up here. I wanted to clear that out of there, so I moved it down there. I'm still not 100% sure if that's where I want to keep it long term, but it just seemed like the logical choice, so I moved that out of the way. This rack's been here, nothing has changed here. I do need to redo the wiring on this rack, and then I'll be able to move that herp stat to the end how I want it. These racks, nothing's changed here. This herp stat runs these 2 racks. This herp stat runs this rack and that down there. They're both herp stat 2s, so they can do that. This rack is now not hooked up anymore. There's no more animals in there. That's going to be shipped out. That's a king snake. Just sits in here. It's actually just ambient temp in here. That's all that thing has. So here is the rack. So I've got a split level here. This is the 70-30. I've got 3 levels of that, and I had 3 levels of the 5540. You see all the writing on them. Those are all my females. The writing tells what male I'm putting in with them. But now I've gotten the 2 levels up top, so I moved over some smaller females to go up there. And the herp stat 2 that was running that is now running this rack. So channel 1 runs the bottom racks. The bottom racks run cooler, so I have the herp stat set at 92, which keeps it right around 89 to 90. The top racks, these 5 levels, are on channel 2 set at 91. It'll keep those right about 89 to 90 degrees. Sea serpent rack is sitting in between. Eventually this is going to be removed when the new rack shows up, but I will be keeping that, and I will be buying more of those for hatchlings over the year. But I've got that and this entire rack on herp stat 6. Now I've mentioned before the herp stat 6 in my opinion is a great herp stat if you could keep all your racks on one wall. But if you can't, it's unnecessary. So I'm going to get herp stat 2 for this rack. This is eventually going to go away until hatchling season anyways. And then when the new rack shows up, which will be over here, it'll be run on a herp stat 2. Now I still need to twist some of these cords up, but I'm going to show you what I did. So all my all my surge protectors, I faced them outward. That way they're not pushed up against the wall. If I hang them out to the side, the wires touch each other. But this way I can also see when the light's on. I know they're heating. I know they're working. If there's ever a surge or anything, and I come back here, I could see that the protected button, which is green, I'll be able to tell that was tripped. So it'll go red. So what I've got all these really just all individually wrapped together. But I do have a couple of these cords for like this rack that need to be pulled back, and the main cord that goes to the ground needs to just be pushed off the back of the rack. But yeah, guys, I was able to clean this up, get more racks, rack levels, rack space in here. I love it. Man, I need to change this lens. It is way too zoomed in, even though I'm completely zoomed out. Anyways, really like what's going on here. Eventually, all the animals in these 3 racks here, as well as that one's going to go in the new rack that's showing up. Then all those will go out for hatchling season. They'll come back in when obviously we have eggs dropping and hatchlings coming out. But other than that, I'm thinking about getting a couple more levels for this. I'm not sure there yet. I've also thought about taking that and setting it up there if I have room. Also, not sure about that. I don't know, guys. If I was to do that, I could also get another 1039 and put it right there. So yeah, really excited for the updates. Excited to have all the racks finally in here, all the space that I can move animals over. I can't wait for the new 1039 to show up. That's going to be exciting. All right, guys, so I get asked this all the time. I figured I'd go ahead and answer it. How many snakes do we have? 139 is the count as of yesterday. That includes the 3 spotted pythons, the 2 western hognoses, the 2 giant Madagascar hognoses, the 2 Amazon tree boas, the false water cobra, the king snake. Other than that, outside that, so that's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 animals. Off of that, it puts us at 128 in ball pythons alone. Of that 128, 86 of those are females. So 86. So that puts us what? About 50 males? 30 males? No, that'd be about 40 males. So yeah, 40 males-ish. The rest are all females. I'd say our collection's doing pretty well as far as that goes. I do feel we're still a little male heavy, so hopefully we'll have more female holdbacks for this year coming up. Plus we do have, while we have a male in the wings that's going to be coming eventually, and potentially another female or 2. I just don't know if we're going to see them yet this year. You know, shipping starting to get cold here. On top of that, the holiday season is here. Shipping during the holiday season is always kind of sketchy. I typically don't recommend it. So, you know, with that being said, we might see those animals coming into next year. But that's kind of the update for today. I just want to kind of give you guys a little idea of what I have been doing. Let you know where we're going from here. Like I said, probably the next biggest video is going to be when the new ARS 1039 shows up. That's going to be sweet. I'll do a build on that. Probably what I'll do is I'll do a build of a couple levels, show you how that works, and then I'll just show you when it's completed. But then we'll be moving animals over, so all the animals in the sea serpent rack, the animals in the TGR rack are all going to go into the new rack. And then from there, really just going to try and figure out what we want to do with the space behind me, where those 2 levels of that 50/40 are. Like I said, I don't know if I want to add more to it or if I'm going to move those over and then potentially buy another 1039 to stick over there. I don't know. The next year or 2, we're really going to focus on reclaiming a lot of the investment we have into this. So like this year we did amazing. Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough. But it's time to really start looking at this as an investment as well. And for all you guys out there who are trying to do this to make some money, there's got to be a point where you stop buying, at least for a year or so, or not buy unless you have to, and take that investment and try and recoup, as well as maybe reinvest into other things. But that's a whole nother video. It's another business type video that I really don't care to do, at least not now. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for today. Appreciate your support. Make sure to crush that like button. Subscribe to the page if you haven't already. And check out some of our other videos. I'm sure there's going to be something in there that'll definitely suit you. Maybe something you'll get some answers on, or genetics you'll find that you like and you'll want to invest in. But until next time, take care, be kind to each other, and we'll see you soon.